Hi you guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today I have an ode to cottagecore for you. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a garden update with you, as well as a very special project, let's call it petticoat cottagecore flare skirt that I just finished. So how are you guys? Welcome back. It's so nice to be in this space again. I am going to share some shots of my garden with you right now. I don't have a lot going on in there. I think the last time I shared any footage of my yard and my garden was in February. There are like promises of spring. I know it's coming. I've got my daffodils coming up, all of my hyacinth, all of my tulips, and even a couple buds, which is so wonderful. The rest of my perennials are just like, they're just like raring to go, but they're so slow. I think all year I just look forward to the moments where I'm outside with my kids, we're playing in the backyard, I can do weeding or deadheading and they're just running around, we can have the sprinkler on, my dog's out there. I just love those moments of being outside. So yeah, I've been just tidying up in there, putting down some new mulch. I've been planting seeds. I have a lot of, what do I have popping up right now? I have radishes, some gem lettuce, some spinach, some carrots, beets. Those are all popping up. And then I started some stock flower from seed, which I absolutely love stock. It has the most wonderful fragrance. They have the most amazing bloom time. And I started those from seed and was like very gently, trying to harden them off. Thought that they were good, put them out in the garden, and they are suffering. So that's such a bummer. But I'm hoping that at least half of them will just rally. So that's the garden. Why don't we talk about sewing? I am so excited. I've had this dream in my mind to make this sort of Doen Inspired Victorian petticoat skirt. So I am curious. I love wearing these sort of dainty lace garments from like the early 1900s, but my absolute favorite fashion decade is the 1930s. But I'm curious, what is your absolute favorite decade or era for fashion, and do you like to sew garments from that era? I went to this amazing sort of art salvage store in my neighborhood called Art Salvage. It's basically a thrift store for artists. It's wonderful. And I got these two beautiful pieces of kind of remnants of antique petticoats. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I want to make my own skirt out of these pieces. So that is what I went ahead and I did. So with these petticoat pieces, the one that I was planning on putting on the bottom had kind of a worked lace look with these moon shapes and these sort of fleur-de-lis. And that was what I wanted on the hem of the skirt, and was going to use the other piece I got as the upper part because it had all of these beautiful pin tucks on it. However, the piece that I wanted as the hem ended up not having the width that I would need in order to have sort of this wide, flowy, tiered skirt look. So I ended up having to sort of switch my plan and put that smaller piece on the top around my hips and thighs, and then take the other remnant that I had that was a lot wider and use that as the sort of lower part of the skirt. Anyway, that's just not how I had planned to make the skirt, but what's the saying? That necessity is the mother of invention. So I just sort of worked around it, and I kind of really like what I came up with. So ultimately I gathered up the bottom piece a little bit just to fit the like upper half of the skirt. I laid the top piece just directly over the bottom piece, and I did it that way also in large part because I wanted to just leave these pieces alone as much as possible. They're obviously beautiful antique fabrics that have stood the test of time, and I wanted to respect the workmanship of the original person who had made them. I barely touched these fabrics at all. There was one portion on the lower tier of the skirt that had some staining, so I did get to use my brand new serger to sort of cut that piece out and just serge that edge together. And I would say that that was the majority of, that was like the only adjustment that I made on this fabric. The other thing that I got to do with this skirt was I decided to do a flat, I guess a flat waistband, and then the back is elasticized. So I didn't want to cut into the fabric to do a zipper. So I knew I wanted to do an elasticized waist, but I didn't want to do a completely elasticized waist because I do like the silhouette of a flat waistband. So ultimately, I am so in love with how this skirt came out. It feels romantic and beautiful and Victorian and cottagecore, and like something I would wear on a vacation, you know, to the ocean. I do think right now I'm able to wear it with just my half slip, because I did not line it. I didn't want to weigh the fabric down. But I also think it would be kind of fun as a bathing suit cover up around the pool as well, because it's just so lightweight. It has this really beautiful movement to it. I love that too. It was like 50 degrees today, so the video of me wearing it outside, it's like a little bit cold. Yeah, I just can't wait until we're out in the garden together and I can wear this skirt and we can frolic in the flowers and I can talk to my kids about plants and they can dig in the dirt and run through the sprinklers. I just cannot wait. I think I've got about 2 to 3 weeks to go. So wish me luck. So that is a wrap for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is the kind of content that you absolutely love, gardens, fashion, sewing, then go ahead and hit the like button. It just lets me know that I'm doing a good job, and that I'm bringing you things that you are going to enjoy. Until next time, I need to figure out what I'm going to sew next, and I'm going to be getting my hands dirty in the garden over the next coming weeks, so I'll keep you posted on that as well. Have a wonderful week, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.